I know how you move, but you don't know what I know. I don't care if you lived a privileged life, or follow me, but don't press by my side, 'cause I know how you move, but you don't know what I know.
Hi, we're the Teenage.
I'm Bill. I play bass.
I'm Micah. I play guitar.
Digo, vocals and guitar.
Did you guys grow up in a musical household?
Not me.
At all? No.
My dad plays keyboard in his retirement now, but
But they appreciate music.
hey, lots of Beatles going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beatles was definitely at home. My dad was in a 60s psych garage rock band called the Beacon Street Union. He played the drums, and he taught me how to play guitar. Beatles songs mostly in the beginning.
Yeah, my dad was also a huge music guy. He had a giant record collection. He was big into like 60s music. Bob Marley was one of his favorites. He followed Bob Marley around on his two concerts that he did in the States. He would go like the next city he'd play, he'd get in his car and drive and see him play there before anyone really even knew who he was. And then his brother, my uncle, was big into music, big in like the early punk scene in San Francisco, and played in a lot of like seminal like punk bands, the Offs. He was also being on and off member in Flipper, and then ended up moving to Texas and playing music. So he was kind of like constantly in my life, someone that I looked up to and kind of always tried to emulate.
What made you first want to be in a band? How that?
There was a kid that was like 3 years older than me when I was in junior high school, I guess it was. I was in 7th grade, and he was like the coolest kid in school. He got like all the hot girls, and he shredded a guitar, and he lived pretty close to me. He was also the best surfer we were from. He was pretty much like everything I wanted to be in my mind. Even though he was only 3 years older than me, I felt like when I grow up, I want to be like that kid, even though he was pretty much my same age. But I remember I rode the same bus that he did, and one time on the bus I was like, man, my dad just got me this guitar at the flea market. Like, I don't know how to string it. It was a classical that had those kind of nylon, like interwoven strings. And he's like, yeah, bring it over to my house, I'll string it for you. So I remember just like walking, he lived like 2 miles away from me, walking with this guitar over my shoulder to his house so he could string this classical guitar that like, you know, you can't really play like the kind of music I was listening to on a classical guitar, but I remember he string it for me and like showed me how to tune it. And from then on, that was it. I wanted to play guitar.
When did you guys first meet? How did you guys become a band?
It was in that movie that we did together.
Not true.
When did we meet? You were in a band called the Denzels that I was really obsessed with, and then asked
I
you.
played your birthday show.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's the first
That was
time
the
we
first
couple
time we
years
met.
ago, and then you were looking for other projects to work on, and the timing was right. And Bill and I met through mutual friends, and then we all. I think our first show was in the basement. No.
Well,
What was our first
it was
show?
at Glasslands.
Oh, it was at Glasslands.
Oh yeah, opening
Palma
for
Violets.
With
Palma
Palma
Violets,
Violets
yeah.
from the UK.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were all kind of like in different projects, but like weren't really working on what we wanted to be working on.
Yeah.
And so I started playing with them, just kind of jamming around, nothing really serious. And then we kind of like all of a sudden had all these songs written, and he had never really played bass before. I had
Yeah.
never really sang before, and it was kind of like just like we had these bands that we really liked, and like kind of like this sound that we wanted to kind of go after. And we never thought that we would like accomplish that. We were kind of just liked it and wanted to write songs and play like that. And after like a month or two went by, we're like, shit, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah. Booked our first show. And
Booked
it
our
ended up being
first
a
show,
really
and it ended up
opening
being,
for a pretty
we ended up
busy
having
band.
like the label there for our first show, and like after the first show they ended up signing us. So it was
That's
kind of
true.
like
That was
went
pretty
from
cool.
like 0 to 100 like really quickly.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like, oh shit, we should take this serious. So,
That's our style, though. We go pretty fast.
yeah, it's very
0 to
like
100 at all
sort of like
times.
kind of stumble into a room, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're doing this, okay.
You guys seem to be pretty upbeat about that transition.
Yeah.
Would you say that that's one of your musical accomplishments, and you feel most proud about, or is there a couple other things that come to mind?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, speaking for myself, I feel like I never imagined, half of the things that I've done, coming to New York. When I kind of came here 10 years ago, I didn't really have a plan about anything. I was kind of just like a, dropout that, was coming to New York City because I felt like other dropouts kind of, came here and tried to figure your shit out. So the fact that that I'm like in a band with my friends that is like playing music that I love and I'm proud of is in that, and it's an accomplishment, let alone like everything else that we've done.
Yeah, I've always said like if I could go back in time and tell 15, 16-year-old me that I would be in a cool Brooklyn band on a label playing South by Southwest touring, like how excited. High school.
Cool is debatable. But
Right.
yeah.
If myself at that age had known this, I would have been like, that's awesome, I made it, everything's good. So
Yeah, I feel like our idea of making it is like a lot different than like anyone else. Like our idea, it's not to be like financially successful in
Yeah,
music.
just
Our idea of making it is just to like
just to have the opportunity to
have
do
these
it.
opportunities
Yeah.
to be able to like play in front of people that like are enjoying our music. To
Yeah.
me, like
I mean-
I stopped thinking about like thinking it as like a career, like forever ago.
It's not
'Cause
easy to make a career.
Well, I mean, it's just like it's not the point either. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? To me, it's just like the more people I can play in front of, and the more people that like
Hear the songs.
hear the songs and enjoy our music, like the more I feel like I'm succeeding.
Yeah, I feel like music is in such a big transition.
For sure.
Even
Right.
from like maybe 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
Which isn't a lot of time for
Yeah,
us being adults and whatnot.
Right.
Like MySpace and Facebook and all that only came out in the
Yeah, we're kind of like the guinea pigs.
2004,
Yeah.
2005. That's like a blink of an eye. So like seeing as streaming has come out in the last few years, where music's going to be from then and how profitable it will be, it's just like who
Yeah.
knows,
It's kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
And I feel like those are all things that we can't control. The only thing we can control is like writing good songs. So it's like that's the only thing that's in our ability. All the other things, like maybe they'll sort themselves out, maybe they won't. Either way, like we're still doing what we enjoy. So
With that, would you offer advice to anyone that's, where, let's say, 16-year-old you or, starting out, like, playing music?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say if you feel a desire to play music, absolutely go for it. Don't get discouraged because, it can be trying, but in the end it's worth it. You'll have a great time. You'll have a lot of cool music to look back on, to appreciate, a lot of good stories to tell. It's a rewarding experience all around.
Especially in Brooklyn too, because there's such a tight scene here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you'll fall into a community if you're sort of playing in a city or region that has a lot of music going on. You'll have a ton of friends and people to collaborate with.
Yeah, and the scene here is really, they're really good people. Everyone's kind of like, no one's trying to like stab you in the back or like, try and like do what they can to. I mean, everyone's pursuing similar goals, but everyone's also willing to help each other out. And,
Play shows together.
play shows together, and do what you can. And I'd also say for like anyone that's like thinking about, playing music, getting into it, like you got to put the work in. You know what I mean? Like anyone can say like oh, I want to be on stage, I want to be a rock star, I want to like do these things, but it's not about that. It's about all the bullshit you have to go through, like day in and day out. And if you're not willing to do that, like I'd say don't do it. But if you are willing to do that, like you'll see the results. But you gotta get in like the dirt and fucking dig through it, because that's the only way that you'll really get like good at what your craft.
Yeah, I was recently talking to Young Runner about them playing a show at maybe 1 in the morning, and there was there was 2 people there, and there were a couple making out.
What a great audience.
Yeah, they were like nearly on the floor, their clothes off, like they're making out hard.
Wow.
And but it's things like that, like you earn your keep by
got it, yeah.
horrible shows.
Every band's gonna have that story
Oh,
where they
yeah.
play to like somebody and his dog and they just
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a worst show that comes to mind?
I mean, it wasn't necessarily a worse show, but we did have a dog. We played to a dog that was moshing.
It's true.
In
Did
Athens.
you say dog?
The
Dog,
dog
yeah.
was moshing.
It was
In
a,
the
what was it,
front.
like a
Yeah.
pit bull or something?
Yeah, it was a big- it was a big
It knocked
dog.
me into like a pole. There's
Yeah, this band, they're actually a Brooklyn band, Bottom Dollars.
Yeah.
They're a cool band, they're buddies of ours. And they
Athens,
we just ended up being in Athens together on tour at the same time and playing the show together. And they just like bring their dog on tour.
Yeah, it ate my pizza out of my hands,
It did.
and then it moshed me.
And then it
Yeah,
moshed in the
yeah.
front.
It tried to crowd surf
Pretty
too. I was
much,
like, I'm not lifting that
it was a
thing up.
bully. It was a bully. It was like that friend you don't want to bring to a party.
Yeah. I think he was drunk.
But I don't know. What's some other really bad shows you've had?
Well, we had a show on tour where nobody was there, but then through various social media, we got like a couple random people to show up.
That's true.
So we were like really,
in.
we were really worried we were gonna play to nobody, and then like halfway through our set, a couple people.
Well, we
came
let
up.
them play our instruments.
It's true.
True,
They got on
true.
stage.
We invited them on stage. It became kind of like a group sing along.
It's an interactive
It was,
show.
it was. That was an interesting one.
Yeah.
Had a lot of shows. We try and spin them and make them like as best
At
as
least
they
they're
can be.
fun in
At
the
least,
end.
yeah. Either they're like a really like good story to tell, or like we have fun, or,
Well,
or whatever.
there was
or like
a-
to be honest, we played a couple of shows where like there were two people there.
Yeah.
In where was it? In Milwaukee or Madison or something. There were like
Cities.
two people there that we played in front of. But we like played such a good show. They loved us so much that they drove then to like our next
Another
show
show.
in,
Yeah, that
in
was cool.
Madison,
Yep.
and like came and saw us play. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, that was a nice surprise.
yeah,
We're sitting
so
at the bar.
They're
at the
like, oh, you
venue.
guys are so
Yeah.
awesome. Like we had to come see you
They
guys.
came
again.
in. We're like, you guys drove an
It's
hour
like,
to come see us
you know?
again?
Yeah.
Like that's great. Thank you.
So I mean, it's like even if there's one person there, and as long as that one person is into it, and you've gained that one fan, I don't know. I'm happy. That's all I need.
Well, if your bad shows could be that awesome, what are some good shows that come to mind? Like some
Rough
memorable
Trade.
moments.
Rough Trade was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Our
Great sound.
homecoming show.
Homecoming
after
show,
our tour.
yeah, after a tour with that was
Nice.
really funny. Yeah, we just became so close with the band we were on tour with, and we're both Brooklyn bands. So when we came back, we had like a kind of a homecoming tour at Rough Trade, and everyone was kind of like following our exploits online. So everyone was pretty excited,
To hear
excited
all
to
the-
see
Yeah,
it.
all
Every
our
things
friends,
we did,
all our
yeah.
Brooklyn friends came out,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was a nice way to end the tour.
We did another one, a Halloween party with
that's right.
sponsored by this kind of offshoot of Jameson. It was like their wine company with Slothrus at where was it at?
Cameo?
At Cameo. That was
Smell
awesome.
the
We all dressed like in full skeleton gear,
Yeah,
like
sort
all
of
the
misfitsy.
Yeah, it
we
was
covered
kinda-
the Misfits.
yeah, we covered a couple of Misfits songs, and it was just like energy wise
Yeah.
and like it was just a really fun. It was one of my favorite shows.
The room
of
was
the
set
time.
up with like gravestones. And
Yeah,
fog.
like
It was
decked the thing. There was
Yeah.
like fog
Our
machine
friends were
out there.
moshing and-
It felt like a really
yeah.
like campy like Aussie music video
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that.
that was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, we have our new EP, Bad Seed, comes out March 4th on Paper Cup Music. 4 songs.
Yep.
First song, Backwards, we just
Yep.
shot a really awesome music video for.
Yeah.
We don't want to give it away yet, but it's
Yeah.
an homage.
Yes, to one of our favorite bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have our release show coming up for that.
We have a release
Yeah.
show. It's a double release with buddies of ours, this band High Waisted at Mercury Lounge.
Yep.
So we're super excited about that. Yeah.
Union Pool this Friday, the 19th.
Yep.
And then Philadelphia with Palmas on the 20th.
Yep.
Yeah.
At Boot and Saddle.
Yep.
And the release show's on the 4th.
No, the 3rd.
3rd.
3rd. Mercury Lounge on March 3rd.
March 3rd.
Is the
Read
release.
it from here. Fix that in the edit.
Yeah, we got it. We do have a website now.
We do have a
Yeah.
really cool website that our friend Isabel made for us. theteenagemusic.com. Yes.
Bill has a 24-hour Periscope stream
Yeah.
of him.
You can watch me eat pizza.
You can watch him eat
All
pizza
day.
And
all
a
day.
live journal.
And a
Yes.
live journal, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on Friendster.
And
if you wanna
MySpace,
follow
yeah,
me
and
on
Grindr.
MySpace. And that's, yeah, that's where you can reach out.
Pretty much every site ever.
Rise and race. Don't